Ambulana, good evening. Me only talk to una, and name Justina Zainab Content, and me na the director of St. George Foundation. We also today with a program what we call Ostalk. Ostalk na a project where we launched a few months ago, where they look at family issues and for look at the challenges that we families in the face, but also for celebrate the beauty of family. So today we're here for that we can talk about that. And today now we first program and the first episode this. And for join me on this talk, I get some master savvy people there we will kind introduce themselves on that program. Waiting at the name for help me carrying the talk go before. The topic today na family. We want to talk about family. So over the years, the work we done do, and the studies that we done conduct, we come for realize family play an important role in the lives of the pikin that we work with. And if the family good, the society go good, the community go good. So because of that, make we do so today. And so family will go one love na join with through a Facebook page, when a Ostalk or St. George Foundation. So as I said just now, for carrying on the program, I get two master savvy people there and go introduce themselves. Yes, sir.
Yeah, me na Bishop Magnus Bendu, Countess of Antilons Connection Sierra Leone, and also somebody who don't work with them, picking them for quite a long time.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Fambul dem una ado me na Mrs. Siala Jaco Williams. Me na the programs director for Street Child of Sierra Leone.
Fambul, as una yeri, we get some master savvy people there. We get Bishop and then we get Damsia, where they work for Street Child. So we carry on with the program, and as I say, we topic today in our family. And so we want to look at what family mean. And so I will start with Bishop. We go tell we small thing what family mean in the religious way, so that we go understand what really family mean. Because most times we can get misunderstanding about family, what family. But Reverend Bishop they also today for help with that. So Bishop, while I help with small with what family mean in the religious context.
A family from the religious perspective na Sierra Leone, if we look at and then we have to consider the Christian religion, the Muslim religion, and also the African traditional religion, we sort of cut across all today religion than they. In the Christian religion, the family na in the heart of God, information of a nation. Actually, from God's own perspective, the whole world na one family. And that make the entire globe begin with a family. God established mortal man, the human race, and the governance of human race from the Garden of Eden with a family. We begin with Adam and Eve. And then we see say when something happened and disobey, he destroyed the whole world, he preserve again the world by a family where he take Noah. And then after some time where God wants to build a nation for himself, where he go groom and mentor, he call again Abraham and his family. And then we see even for redeem the world, he call again a family, when are Joseph and Mary, for born Jesus. Because the way we all understand the virgin birth of Jesus, God didn't get the power for let Mary in one grain involved in the issue of Jesus. But he decided for passing through a family, because family, they are the hearts of God. For God, family are the building block of any society. No society not able to exist without family. In the Quran, with the small Islamic religious knowledge we are doing at school and college, I know say Islam gets a similar perspective with Christianity about family. the Quran in chapter 49 verse 3 clearly spell am out say the family God establish am for let people in come together, know themselves and elect themselves. Now that make even the Prophet Muhammad way now in the core of Islam. You see say he be married, na family raise him up, and he been care so much about family. Probably the only emphasis there in the Islam is that for Islam, the man and the woman then get completely different roles, although not the same thing with Christianity. But with Christianity, the roles then basically where the man and the woman who now they make up family, because we need to establish that for both religions. They believe say now a man and a woman plus picking them, now they make up family. And that not means say if you una day you na man and your wife una not get speaking it, una not to family. Already una don't get a basic unit, the daddy and the mama plus the picking them. Now that make now that way that they put them the daddy and the mama plus the picking them. But if a family we get daddy and mama not fortunate for get picking them it, that still not make them fall short of becoming a family, still a family. So for Christianity, the husband are the head of the home, and then the wife now like a helpmate, which means now like now two different kind of roles that they get. So it also now affects the respect when they also forget. So everybody gets in own leadership role. For Islam, the man in own role now for the public, the wife in own role now for the home. For the African traditional religion, we all know African traditional religion consider everything as a family. Now that's make we born picking in a village, not so the family, the daddy and the mama we born and no more gets that picking and the entire community. So family now communal something for the African traditional religion. And we see the same thing play within the two religions. So in the religious perspective, really, a family comprised of daddy, mama, and picking them. And then picking them, they don't mean say now the biological picking them normal. But all the picking them were under the auspices of that home. The home we comprise of the daddy, the mama, and the picking them. They all now part of the family. In fact, in the Western tradition now, you see say even pets, even garden, all lengthen and they then consider them as part of the family. Well, essentially, all are part of the family really, because they're all important for help for let the family go before.
Okay, Bishop, thank you so much for this insights we don't give. Although we really understand it, based the foundation of family in the religious context. So before I come to, I'll go first to Madam Sia for letting you able to tell me what family mean in the social, in the social context in different groups. They waiting them consider, waiting them mean by family. So yes, ma'am.
Well, socially, the family na the smallest unit in every society. Where you come out and say na a country, you come na the districts, na towns, na communities or villages, you go household, you get family inside it. And everybody born into a family. Any kind way you look at, you born into a family. And you dey there inside this family where you born, where they be the first unit of socialization. That family then na then go give you name, you take the name. You understand? Now then go bring you up the language or so where then they talk or where they want to make you talk. Now you go talk. All the first people the way they contact with na life. Now you family people them. And family also can be, we'll look at the social aspect. We can either be related by blood or sometimes through some legal arrangements. So sometimes if me, for example, I don't grow up in a family where I don't dare, are related by blood, after some time I dey go and as a big person I say, okay, I start another family. That other family, the way I go join, for example, who say I go married, we're not related by blood, but we are legally related and connected. So as soon as I go join, I don't become part of that family. And in most cases now, we own tradition, the woman, you name, even they change. you go join another family. So na a place outside we all dey socialize, we all dey sabi we sef, and we for be connected and for like we sef. Na inside there we forget basic training. Anything concerning mortal man, the family, e get a very, very important role wey they play. And in the society, na the smallest unit. Now then they come, go down, then trace in family, and then we go see say everybody connected. So the family is very important in our society. That make most say they say this Lord look the family way come out, or this the family gets a great role where they play. And for we where they work with picking them, we know say the family is key, is paramount in everything what they do, because the situation of the family, it gets a lot for do than the picking in well-being.
Thank you so much, Madam Sia. Thank you so much. In fact, when you talk self, you know, so I saw they listen what they talk and they understand so much that you know, I just they carried away, you know, by the explanation. But anyway, you talk one point, you say the family, the importance, you begin to talk about the importance of family. I go whether you really were more small on that area, how important the family day before we really go into the other thing the way we really want for understanding, because you don't throw light. But people, I just want to know say for this program, what do you mean by family? Na mama and papa and picking them. Now I mean by family and sooner than they. So, Madam Sia, just if I explain to me, but family in the social context and begin to talk about the importance. So we go while you help with small panda side.
Yeah, so we say the family na the first place outside everybody they born into. According to the Bible and the religious prescriptions, na inside married, na they family they start, and na they go begin for born picking them. Okay, so when we don't get the family, we say it's very important, because outside you they get the basic. It's like now they get orientation for life. The kind orientation we then give, we don't go some university or different places of work, they will tell you say let's get orientation. For that will make you understand how we they operate na so. So the family na the place where they show you how for operate na the world. Now na the first place. We not say from the family we can be introduced now to church or to school, but the family are the first place. And certain key things then if you see you don't get it wrong from the family set up, it asks for change. So most times when sometimes some person don't big and they behave in certain way or they display certain kind characteristics, then can say let we trace them to the origin. So like for example, if somebody they anytime you come, you give them something, not even they appreciate, you go criticize, you go this, you know, they will say trace. Sometimes you go see say where be the cow. Now person where they not ever appreciate, always then they criticize them, and so they grow up like that. So the family now the place where they get orientation for life. Now they will forget moral values. Now they prescribe say this is good in life and this is right. And waiting picking them see they like picking the way they come up, how they see the family they operate. So a great extent it impact the way themselves they behave in life. So they say most of the issues though they get, even at the country, sometimes issues we get for do with you know, unlawful behavior, issues we get for do with immorality, all them things then they say Lord trace and to the home, because most of those values, if they instill them from the picking where it's small, where it come up, you know they depart from them. The Bible say Lord train up who picking them the way them for go. When them come up, they not go depart from them. But if we see for say inside the family, sometimes because of the way the family don't they pikin pick up certain characteristics and they go fend for himself, and when they go fend for himself, you know, then they expose them to a lot of things. He pick up some habits where you're not able, it is some problem. The family not supposed for care for the pikin. They not pikin all the way they apply say I want for Canada the world. Now we the parents, we the big one, then now we out of whatever activities where we undertake, pikin can whether we plan or we not plan them. So the responsibility of the family now for care for the pikin, provide for the basic needs. We get for do with wetin they eat, wetin they wear. We get for give a name where they befit them. We get for give and make sure say you get access to health and you get access to education. Now the responsibility of the parents in the family, now the responsibility, and they not to pikin for go care for himself, wetin they eat, wetin they wear. Inside the family, we also for show love and concern for the pikin. The pikin for be emotionally connected. If I know say I get a safe place, the family supposed for be place where safe. Where the pikin don't go, it don't face whatever challenge outside. Where he can at the home. Now then if for able for express himself, they understand with them and they know say he gets support. There are so many things. If you say they go on and waiting the family for be we go there on and on, but these are just key things. Now the place, the first unit also for bring up and give picking the or any more time orientation and life, the family supposed for responsible and care for picking them.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Sia. Family, before we continue, we go just wallow and see small thing more panel can work where we can do as an institution before I will go to Bishop for let it go able help we for two lights more in the responsibility or waiting a parenting.
Child labor na anything we person go do deprive pikin them for make them not enjoy themselves as pikin. But this year, it different from all the other years them where we don't celebrate child protection. Because of this corona tumbu, where they affect all over the world and also don't destroy the economy, people them life, especially the pikin them, as the pikin them they na higher risk and can be the first people them for suffer. But people with boy and girl pikin them all over the world don't go engage themselves with work where go deprive them for make them not get education, well body and even freedom. But this corona tumbu not go stop we not for celebrate this day. Assistant George Foundation, Sierra Leone, don't go worker na the Tumbotong WAF community for go raise awareness on the World Day Against Child Labor to mama and papa them and picking them where they under the age of 18, where they do this fishing business here for survive. Ibrahim Toure, na the advocacy officer for the St. George Sierra Leone, say no to the first time this where they don't raise awareness on child protection na the country. He say they aim na for say all pikin get in freedom, but if you get to explain more.
Na time like this, we like they try to fight against that thing because pikin and whatever I look at pikin and pikin. We get work there with the pikin really child labor work there. We only talk about the domestic food in the house, the wash pants, we get to that with them. But if pikin come in the draw chain, he did per boat when at school for day. It's an activity. You go to some area, they pick the bookstore, so get involved in sand mining. It's an activity where they stop the family not go to school. It's dangerous to the health. And during this crisis now, you really find out say they get for work for a very long working hour for me they're able to get something because even you where they give them, think stronger for you. So you get for involved picking them. But child labor activity make they spend a long of time for doing, and it's even difficult for me to involve in that area because we all know how the world is now.
One man where they live na the Shabotong, Almami Issa say, and also gets boats inside the Tumbotong WAF and gets picking them where they under the age of 18. Say, according to him, now for help pull them picking them here come on at streets. But make we hear wetin himself be get for say.
The parents know will take care of them. So they decide for Kaya, then go tell where they're gonna see, whether they decide where they can come, then they go help the fisherman then small. So through by that help, then they help, then they give them, then they give them, now that small thing then they get, now then they use for them each one. And even the parents at times and they can't pay visit to me for tell me take you because of we are the older. I've been getting all inside the young bandana, they all been there. As I tell you, we check inside my bandana. Toilet inside it, everything inside it. Where they not go, no side they all there. Tell waiting they go through all the other. Because they don't used to me now, myself don't used to them. So now I will able to try to decide to talk to them, but let them go back to their school. Because like me, so I learn small. I not go far away, but as it go level. So them back, I can preach to them, but let them back learn small. If they get the small one way we get, it go better than.
It go before for talk say, if they get support from the government or any other serious organization for make them can pull them picking the year, come out na treat and go back na school, That go be fine. As we all know, we get for treat pikin them like pikin with love, care, and support. Because them pikin they are, now we leaders them to Marabambai. For SLBC we use, Nanandewa Toronka and Tilly Williams put this report together.
Parenting are the basic function of a family. A family, like we don't say, the process where they establish them, marriage from different perspectives. But now marriage, now the process where they establish a family. And the family gets plenty roles. They get the role for provide. I mean, provision basically that the man in many societies, in the aid. But not to like for say categorically in more for provide. You get the role of protection, and protection gets plenty issues. You get for make sure say everybody gets well body, shelter. Then you get for preserve the values of society. The family they help for preserve the values of society. Now they pass them on from one generation to another. But basically, the family in big role now for parents. Parenting now the process where they bring up the young one them, so that they go take over from we when we don't pass away. And now they're very important because the erosion will take place in the moral standards. Now a direct effect of what they happen now the family. Somebody been write one time say, he said the saga of a nation, now the saga of a family where they write big one. Simply they try for talk say the problem of any country, go look and back, now the problem of the family. You know in America they get one statement too they can make, they say it is not what happens in the White House that matters, it is what happens in your house. I think that clearly explains what they talk about. Plenty of people, they look at politicians, they look at leaders, they look at social workers, they look at all kind of people for change the country. Social order and development now any country not possible if the family setting not sober. When the family is then shatter, a problem. I mean, just imagine what's going to make Peking big become a teacher, a lecturer, or a missionary, or a sheikh, or somebody who productive in a society. What are the difference with that Peking day and Peking he become a terrorist, he become big thief man, or he become somebody who and so bad thing they go and do. Now a direct influence from the home we come out. And that make normally how they explain about family and parenting, where they differentiate house and home. Some people then are house. We all mostly in a house or somewhere, but not all man in a home, because a home is made up of a family, and a family consists of proper parenting for take care of the young one them, for train them, for teach them so they go able for grow up. Parenting gets a direct link with economic development in any country. Plenty research don't prove them say parenting gets effects to poverty, the level of poverty in any country. And the research them always, the link that they give is that any community where the level of parenting bad, poverty the day and that community day. Plenty research don't prove and plenty country them. Parenting get direct effects with the performance of Peking. Na school, parenting get effects with the character of Peking. You know, we all them born with small one and we not sabi all thing. We get all what it take for love sabi all thing. But I go able to sabi all thing then day. Past parenting take place. And parenting comprises of plenty things. It comprises of training like I talk, it comprises of teaching, it comprises of provision, it comprises of direction, all things then day. And the people level for do now the one then way now the papa and the mama. What to make an one for let's explain some about papa and mama. Because in some homes, the papa when are the parents, not only are the biological daddy for the pikin. Never mind. Any home, some homes then are also brother and sister they left. But within them brother and sister, the African tradition, the epui. Among the brothers and sisters, then get who that then call the papa, and then get who that then call the mama. And now then took the responsibility. And so anybody will get picking them in house. Not take as not to the biological picking, not to the responsibility. Then picking and they under a direct responsibility. And anything do to them picking and they affect the one whole nation like how they say. Surely affects the way it gets. Let's take for instance picking them way not then host them. They are they will call homeless. In 2005, I do some research. This is an informal study now I just do. Not to any systematic something where you go get all the methodology in place, you put on a paper. Because I've been get privilege for work with picking the way been there na treated, then come now somewhere. So I decide for ask them one by one, make party with them and talk to them. Because sometimes when you do the formal research and go and get questionnaire and this, the true nothing come out. But when it be informal, you don't make party with them, you ask them something like they ask a question. They answer you. And they tell you the exact way they come out from in God's. I do it with 45 picking them. What I've been asked them picking them, they how come so then come on and they host them with them in there. Now just down the number one for me. The one the 45, 5 of them in 2005 tell me say that because them parents then die. So they not been get anybody for take care of them. We can understand because that same day the rebel war been just done. We still get plenty picking in the streets with homeless as a result of that. 3 pan then tell me say now then decide for commutes. Then tire. Now then papa and mama then did so, but then just decide for commutes. Then tire. So now they send indication say probably the people we get them born them picking and they not able for parents them very well so that then go consolidate them and for let them stay in the house. 34 of them, the reason we make them come out now because they're not there to them papa, they're not there to them mama, then they for men. Or they're not there to them papa, but then they with them step daddy. Or then they with them step mama. Now that make them go on the streets. I mean, so the picture and the image what they create is very clear, we all understand them. And now we big problem in this country. Because we get plenty parents them, we know to them picking them. Now people in certain applying somebody while in picking can school, you go there to his sister or you go there to whatever, or sometimes this person in husband been died, then other man can there to him and you know like this picking. So the treatment, so the picking they face, you're not able to stay in the house. In 2018, I do a similar study back. This one back because I get privilege for work with them. I picking them at the work every day. I do it with 35 picking them. And in this case, now one tell me saying that because in papa and mama die, now that make it go on streets. Then the 2 tell me saying that them decide for going on streets. Then 32 of them, now the same problem where them first 34 get. They not do with the mama, they not do with them papa, and they would then step this, and they would then step that, and they would down this. So they're not able for beer. So a serious problem we get now in country. Plenty parents not able for parents to pick it either because some they lack proper family planning, so they get too many picking that they're not able to take care of them, or probably the issue of polygamy. Also, you know, I've been going into some details. I ask more questions. Polygamy is another factor because many times sometimes man will get 2 or 3 wives, then scatter out the one wife, and then the mate then get for take care of this picking, or the wife go with the picking, and the other man get for go take care of him. So problem they under. People not sincere and honest enough. People not believe say picking them now we gem them na society, and that if anything happen between you, the daddy and the mommy, enough for reflect on the picking. So plenty fathers and mothers, then they make them problems so then they get within the home, they reflect on the picking them bad one. So it affect parenting, serious one, and it damage them. Because we get to understand say any nation where they develop and go before, the man picking them will come out from a home where then they show love to them. The love factor very, very crucial and important. Because some people can provide, but they never show love. Well, love is part of provision, because if you provide love for a kingdom. And then, we have to talk about the challenges. Yeah. Where they cause and make homes then become decimated and shattered. Okay. But for some of the things then, really they affect parenting and salon. Basically, now the one that we need to look at.
Okay, thank you very well. Thank you very well. Madam Sia, you dey work with street child and una dey work with pikin. You don't dey na the NGO world and work with pikin for so many years. And I remember say also you be the champion child labor business in this country. So we go really like add more to waiting really this parenting, the responsibility, the importance. The way you don't begin to really go like add more for me background.
Bishop don't mention quite a lot of very important things them, and I just go and add to them. First of all, I want to make we know say parenting, like I don't say, now an action. And it is continuous. Now, the way you dey with you picking the way you responsible for. It continuous. That makes them say parenting. So I don't understand that they first for say it is an action, not to just where you become a parent because you don't born. They refer to you as a parent. No. Now the action part of our camp. So this not just gets for do it for born picking biologically. You can born biologically and you are not part of the parenting process for that pikin. At the same time, pikin they will not to you born biologically, not to you belle, he come out, or not to the man born am. But it will be a good parent to that pikin and parenting they continue. And one thing that some of them think they also want for see what they talk about good parenting. It gets for do with making time. Poverty, wealth, and waiting, yes, important because you get for provide for the pikin them. But we don't see so many families or so many pikin them where they come out from wealthy, luxurious homes, they not parent them properly. And get everything where they need for eat and wear and sleep. But because that process not take place, they end up for be picking the way come out bad in our society. So it has very little to do with poverty and wealth. Important because we need the thing there for provide, but it gets so much more than that. First of all, we got to make time. You not go do good parenting if you not make time for the picking there. Not the way you just take no see. Where they look after them, now they wash them, now they carry them go school, he go take them, he can it is always you get for doing for paying or see by the provision them put her. You know, even they engage with the pikin for know how then they do, how was them there in school, how they feel, who and bug them, waiting upset them, waiting and going for see. Parenting you get for make time if you want to be a good parent. You get for they engage with the pikin them, you know, for make them afraid you. Therefore, feel so comfortable with you that anything we moan at them, therefore come for talk to you. So like right now when they talk about so many cases of abuse and all, there are so many picking out there, both boys and girls, where they face various forms of abuse. We not even get mind for talk to the person where they as parents to them. Because that kind of relationship not established. The pikin afraid say, hey, if I tell am this, he go say na me don't do this. If I tell am this, he go say na liar they lie. So you get for make that kind good environment where the pikin they get confidence for talk to you anything where they want rather than he go seek help and begin discuss with people the outside. It also get for do with values where they put inside the pikin, and that is all part of the engagement. Certain moral values and the way as a good parent, you not just get for do it, provide for a let eat, let well, let go school. You get for make let you know say this is bad. You not go see person you talk to and so. You not go see big person you treat and so. You not go na God else you go behave so. You not go this. There are certain things so you get for do. Values so you get for instilling them. You get for do with discipline. Even the Bible tell you about discipline. The power you love, you the discipline them. So if you just get you picking the way they bring up, discipline is not part of it. All what they do now just provision, no more provision. Everybody they do what they want, go I want. You get them picking and they come out, go party they want, wear waiting they want, do every kind thing. You get for set the standards and you get for discipline. They let them know say this is wrong, and when you wrong, when you do something wrong, and they do something to you where they honor you. If you like for sit down and play and this and watch film, I deprive you of that for some time, and you know this is wrong. So many ways okay in discipline picky way not to just pass cane. See then there was sometimes I want to what say make it, you know, let it take on for some time. It also get for do with setting the bright examples. You will say you're not parents, and now you they look up to. How you dey dress, so they say most people that you the adults, if you get guy picking, you way of dressing, you way of doing things, now they take. If you get papa way sometimes that papa they cow up, if you wear the coatless, now they put her. You go see say in picking they sitting at the style than if you they put her right down, in picking they follow her. So we for be examples. And I go teach me picking say this kind life no good, then it is see me they do in concert. Not tell you say no drink, no smoke. Not do this, then you see me sit out party there, they drink and they smoke. So we for be example. So there are so many things we get for do parenting, and the bottom line is if you want for do proper parenting, the picking the way they under you care, you get for love and show care for them. Because now when you really love them, if like we get broken homes, a woman go married to another man, a cow picking them, we see say if the man really like them picking them, if the parents they well. If the man sometimes lost him well for a woman scatter, he get picking them, he gets another wife. If he really love them picking them, they despite the fact they're not in biological picking them, if the parents they well. But if you don't love them, just see them like an additional burden where they don't bring, oh, my man don't go upline, he don't go count for picking them again. Then go sabi me, wait till I go past them, now then go run away. And so you see all their hates, personal hates, grudge, every kind of thing with the turn and to the picking them, not to say it for be, that is not parenting. So parenting on we on side, you get for do with action, it is continuous, and you get for contain all the entire way I mentioned. So
thank you. Fambul, I'll say una the listen una the land boku from which we hear from we master savvy people them. Madam Sia, you talk about time, you talk about fear, you talk say parenting. Now, you know, you stress on you say parenting, you know, for really, let people that know say not for just born picking, as we all can take up. For just born picking today, I know it's don't born picking today, that's mean a parent. No, not a process, not time. You can for take time for let you see that picking, for let it come out and be better picking. So we really. We all the listen so now. We really get for sit down, we think. And not say parenting not to just calculate way they enter into lightly. Now something where you for think, now something where you for plan, now something where you for discuss before you go into that. Because at the end of the family, remember say at the end of the day, now the picking them at the center. And at the end of the day, now the picking them go be vulnerable and now they go be victim. You know, and most times, Madam Sia, you really talk something where people feel say parenting now we get work money. No, that's how people really they feel. People really feel say now we get work money nowadays. Feel say we get work money, okay, that's parent no. So now we don't learn say not just we get work money, but now act, now commitment, now a process where you get for go through. So family, I hope say we really don't learn, and we hope say people go listen, and that people will really learn from this and put it into action. So we will continue with this we discuss right also, and it really interesting for the learning in there. Before I come back to you on this same parenting. But the talk of family or talk of parenting. So now we really want to let you help with small. What's in a family in the context of parenting?
Yes, like we don't say, I mean, if I know we understand, say, you know, they talk about parenting without family. And you know they talk about parenting, I mean family without parenting. And that make I emphasize the process for establish a family, a marriage. Because plenty things the way they happen, where some people they really suffer and homes them, and because then come on homes them, wey not follow the due process wey for qualify them for become a family, so that they go able for do them parenting very well. And that make you see the quality of the pikin dem wey dey comot na the family, and you know it na dey affect the nation. The quality of the pikin wey dey comot na the various families, they affect the nation in various ways. That then they become politicians, that they become footballers, and they become musicians, pastors, imams, in various ways. So na thing for take very, very serious. But the difficulty wey dey nowadays with families is that whilst they try for parents, plenty things they affect them. Plenty things they affect families now, whilst they try for fulfill the function of parenting the pikin dem. Now we don't get a lot of exposure to internet and social media. So there is a competition now between the family and several other factors for parents the pikin. You know, parenting basically is all about teaching and learning. We see quotes appropriate scripture now, Proverbs 22 verse 6, where say train up a child in the way it should go, so that when he is old, he or she is old, put and so for the sake of gender, he or she will not depart from it. How you go train up this pikin in the way where he go grow if you maybe don't get proper parenting? Now that make the Bible say, if you not qualify for take care of pikin, not born pikin. If you not qualify for take care of pikin, not born pikin, because pikin not the able parents. That daddy and mama not the able parents. And if they go through the real process, it will make life easy for the country and things will be very, very easy. So like I say, we get competition now. The families then get a competition. The internet, one for parents then pikin. Social media, WhatsApp, one for parents then pikin. You get plenty of things to understand, and the pikin then get access to them. We not get option now. Quite a number of people where aware say pikin for be pikin, we no say difference for the between pikin and parents. People and they will know that. Then they insist for help for stop them pikin them, say they not for be exposed to all type of materials. Then they restrict them to some materials, which is very, very good. But the competition dey, and this competition, the one that they're able to win them will be dependent on the style what they use for parents. You know, the one that they write book talk about 4 styles of parenting. Then say you get the one that we know authoritative parents. With them, then they support them, picking them, but they're very responsive. They want to know what they happen, but at the same time they support them. Then they set the rules, and then they watch the rules back, but they're not that stiff. Then they support them when they get problem. You get the one authoritarian, you know, authoritative and authoritarian and similar, but they're different. Authoritarian, they don't know by force. When they set the rule, what in the past say do as I say. You know, they're not for your ear at all. You get the one that are permissive. Then they set rules, but not they monitor and just they left them. You get the neglectful parents there. Plenty parents there now, they give excuse, say because of the changing dynamics of the world, you get for go work, my myself get for go work. So they're not able to get better time for take care of them picking them. Which is a very genuine concern where they affect all man. You know, any responsible parents, you definitely not get much time now. You get for go fena for can help for provide for the picking them. But what me see in this is there's a difference between the quantity of time we they get to picking and the quality of time we they get to picking. The basic point is spare time for you picking them. But when the time when you get for you picking them, let it be a quality time, very, very quality time. Allow them for ask you important questions. You self ask the important question. We got to be conscious. Parenting are deliberate efforts of anybody who they take care of pikin. Get for be deliberate, say this pikin dey under me. Now me get for groom am. If he better tomorrow, now because of our work with him, or if he not better, now because of how I be done groom am. So now get quality time. Ask you pikin questions. Try for help them with moral issues, the way they dress. Be involved, not be a neglectful parent. You can be permissive depending on the context. We don't want to teach people how for parents them picking. All man gets your own context. But get quality time with your picking, help for teach them, help for let the picking know the difference between a parent and a child. that there are certain film the way Peking go watch and certain film the way Peking not for watch. That there are certain talk the way Peking go talk, but certain talk the way Peking not for talk. And allow for long to get a sustained conversation with your Peking. Not just left and so. Discuss with your Peking. They like it small. Teach them for long to discuss. Within the process, you able to learn from them, and instead they learn from you, they know how for help them very well. But parents, they will not care. They not get time with them Peking. Some not even worry. They not even want to talk to them. Now danger, because the Peking get competition. The teacher they teach them, the internet they teach them, all the other things they teach them.
Okay, Fambu, we not get better time again, but this program is a continuous program, and every 2 weeks or every 1 month we go to come now. So for continue with this discussion here. So before as we round up, I just want let Madam Sia give me your last word towards this program till next time again, and then Reverend.
Okay, so like our Reverend say, I just want to add for say parenting is fine, and the Bible or the Quran or wherever not make mistake where they call for man and woman for can make up a family and bring Peking. Now the ideal environment for Peking for cow. We not say things that can happen along the way. Sometimes one partner can die, the other one left. Sometimes they can separate. But the best and the ideal environment outside the Peking gets both parents for look after them. And this now because all together you role with them they play. So the mama can do with the Peking there all the time. They can get more time, usually get more time for them with the Peking than the daddy. There are cases where it can be otherwise. But they all get a role. Like we will be the cow. Mama they most of the time. And sometimes if they don't try your own discipline, you know work. If you say where's let una daddy come, I go can't tell them. You know say this, you don't go to another level. You know? So sometimes if now single parents they go provide, it go this, it go that. But most times that gap there where the other partner for the other parents for feel na the Peking life. So like now that make me where I dey talk to them. Your last word now that I dey talk to family out there in the best interest of we Peking them, because now Peking them we they work for, and at them best interest now they seek. Something and there's some decisions so okay one for make for we self as the big one then do ya. Let we consider we Peking them. Let we know said with decisions then get consequences. And then thing then they ambog with Peking there. We don't see most times Peking there maybe they come up so well because the parents then separate. It end up for bring so much problem where the Peking and they turn how nobody not ever imagine. In the interest of the Peking and do ya at the beg. You were they listen to me wait some time now. You are in the middle point. You want to make some decision. Do ya? Remember say them Peking and now we get them. And the way we bring them up. Now you go determine that other person where you Peking go land so you don't know how you go look after them. So do ya na me your advice than they ask we una go they see we for talk to una on this program.
Thank you so much, Reverend.
Yes, for me want for advice the daddy in particular we don't get time for them Peking and their house. Daddy are the head of the home and you get a very crucial part for play. Value you Peking them, so therefore give them some time. Then for we can talk about discipline with the rod. We'll talk about that next time, but I will be very careful with the way we use the rod. The way the Bible refers to the rod, like a proverb, they talk about accountability. All you Peking accountable basically. But my last advice now for the one they suffer now as a result of death and divorce and they don't be single parents. So do you big? If not death, that is natural. If not any other man come into the family, consider the Peking as you Peking and parents them well. Or if not, if you happen to the mommy, whichever way. If not divorce, tug of war in day. The mommy ki want for take the Peking, the daddy ki want for take the Peking. Let we not take with palaver and put them and the Peking them. Let we learn for separate then two matters then they. We can still carry on and talk to the Peking them and nurture them in the way them for go. We want to tell una plenty thank you.
Fambu, we want to tell all the guests then plenty thank you. My last word to una as we all lawyer waiting we panelists that don't tell we and I also we don't learn boku. My last word and for tell we all say a united family will bring a united society and a united nation. if we family them, the homestead will come out, if they're peaceful, we will get a peaceful society, and eventually we will get a peaceful salon. So let we all try for ensure say we make we family peaceful and united, so that mama salon when we only get what we get, it will be a better place for you. Thank you.